First week of practice, you guys have that European trip. How does it feel different coming to opening practice where you've had some time together during the summer?
It feels like we just hit the ground running, honestly, to be able to practice 10 practices before the season actually started. And now we're just picking up where we left off before when we got back from Italy. So right now we hit the ground running, and we're not really behind. We're multiple steps ahead of where we would have been if we wouldn't have been practicing.
What feels different about this group this year?
I feel like the team aspect of it is extremely different from last year, and the want to win. Like, we have a want and like a desire to win, so that's going to play a part in our win.
Before, but having that European trip, is it just the freshmen are a lot farther along, especially at this point, that maybe first week?
I mean, Brett, you watch a lot of basketball, so you know that giving them game experience, giving them full-length practices in July, doing all those kind of things really puts them at an advantage. And instead of November 8th, them being all nervous, and they did that already. We were down our first game. We were down 12-0 in our first game in Europe because we were all nervous. So it's a good experience to have behind us already.
The kind of things you're trying to implement now, what kind of tells you you're where you need to be at, or that you're behind, ahead?
Yeah, we try, and as a team and as a staff, put really high standards into what we're doing, and so if we're not perfect to where we want to be, I think that tells us, hey, we've got to get better. And I think everything that we're doing right now, we're getting better. But before we open up against Davidson, we have to be pretty sharp in everything we're doing, or they're going to really exploit us.
Having the time that you guys did in Europe earlier this year together, how do you see you guys being a little bit ahead maybe as you start this first week of practice? Does it feel different?
Absolutely, and I think it's definitely for the freshmen. From high school to college basketball, it's a lot more physical. And being able to go over there, Europe or Italy and Slovenia, to play with some professionals, and so they can just feel the physicality, so they don't have to wait for our first scrimmage against High Point. They got to see it in the summer, so I think physicality is something that definitely helped the younger guys.